Greetings everyone, Core here, and man, I just came back from watching an early screening of Godzilla Minus One from Toho Studios, and I gotta say, man, it's been a while since I've watched a movie and felt like a kid again. I grew up with Godzilla, watching the old movies. I remember my first VHS movie of Godzilla was uh, Godzilla versus Gigan, and I'm sure I wore that tape out. Um, but yeah, man. So it's a prequel. Um, as much as I love Godzilla, I don't know exactly everything that happens, but this feels like. So I believe I haven't looked into it as much as I should have before doing this review, but I'm just winging it here. I believe since the title is minus one, I believe the original Godzilla movie was like 54, 1954. This takes place right after the World War II, with the two bombs that were dropped on Japan right after the surrender from Japan, and that's how you follow the main character, who I'm sure has traits and is based off probably a real life person, because yeah, you have like it's man, it's rough. It's kind of rough, this trauma that he goes through, and just everything that happens afterwards. It's like, oh, you get that anxiety, like feel you really connect with him, I think. Um, and I think that works really well for the movie, because then it's like he has this motive, he has this drive, and it just goes through the whole film until the very end. So it, it's a really crazy ride. It's interesting what they did. There's definitely, I believe Godzilla is pretty much all CG. I could be wrong. Um, he is quite different from Shin Godzilla. He's more of like the original, like 1990s and early 2000s kind of Godzilla. He's definitely more thicker along his waist and hips and legs. But he does kind of have slightly smaller arms than normal, because yeah, there was a guy in a suit, so they made him a little smaller, around like Shin Godzilla style. But he has like the snout and everything like the early, like the 90s Godzilla, pretty much. And it's just a great blend. The way that they show heat, his heat ray is absolutely incredible. It starts at the tail, and it just, each spike just goes up just like a nuclear reactor, rods and stuff just activating, and it's different. And we've seen, of course, the glow, going up his tails and all that stuff, and the spikes so many different times. But like, just the way it goes, it's like the impact of each one popping out, powering up, and just the way that it just builds up to when he finally shoots it. And it's not like all the other times where it's just a beam that just goes. It's like, it's pretty much a bomb. It's a one shot, one blast, that's pretty much a nuke, and it's pretty impressive. Man, the scenes are just crazy. And usually Godzilla films are more known to be pretty corny, but man, they took this really seriously. I love it for how serious they took it. I think especially after Shin Godzilla, how serious they took that. Granted, of course, there's a few little moments, I mean, that kind of, you know, I should say, like a nod to the old Godzilla movies. But yeah, so minus one, I believe, takes place before the Godzilla, um, the first original 19, I think it's 1954. I could be wrong. The old black and white, because just the way that this movie ends, it feels like that. And I believe the scientist that's in this movie is the same that pretty much kills Godzilla in the original movie. I could be wrong. I don't, like I said, I don't remember exactly all the names and stuff. I just know the monsters, because the monsters are cool. That's what I remember the most. But I believe so, because he kind of looks like him. The actors was really great. All the actors are actually really great. there's a little kid, a little toddler, probably around 2 or 3, maybe a year older or so, but um, who's really good. And a lot of times I felt like it was like someone that's like a little person, or they were CG'd. Just like some of the takes were just like, this is a kid, right? It's just like if it felt too adult in some of the acting from the kid. So I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just, man, like the kid just was either really good, or they had a lot of time to get these scenes down, and just the kid was good. I mean, I can't say anything less about that, considering how most kids are, in movies and stuff. But yeah, man, I love this movie. The final climax scenes and stuff. Just, man, when that Godzilla soundtrack hits, it's just, man, you hear the dun 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 dun. That brought me back so bad. Uh, yeah, man, this is such a great movie. I'm so glad I saw it. I feel like I'm gonna have to go see it again because it was really good. Definitely worth it. Saw it at IMAX. I'll say it's nice in IMAX. Of course, I don't think they shot it in IMAX, so it doesn't quite get all the features that IMAX has. Granted, of course, the big thing that's really good for it is the sound. um, the sound is amazing in IMAX, so I would recommend it. I don't think it's necessary for, if you want to see this movie, to see it in IMAX. So, you know, see it however you like. I don't think it's a dire thing that you have to see it in IMAX. So you could skip it IMAX, just see it regular, save a little bit of money. I have the A-list from AMC, so not sponsored or anything. It's just something I really enjoy. So, it qualifies for it, and that's the main reason why I went to go see it. So there's that. There's I don't think there was any post credits. I didn't stay for the very end of the credits because um, Japanese movies usually have very long and slow credits. Granted, I don't think they thank as many people as like American movies, so they probably take about just amount of time, same amount of time. But yeah, I don't think there's any. They're not known for end credits because they kind of at the very end, after the humans are settled up, there's like a little scene, but it's right before the credits, so pretty sure there's no end credits, so don't have to worry about that. Really enjoyed it. Probably gonna have to go see it again. Next movie, I know I'm going to definitely go see Aquaman 2. Not sure if I'm going to see anything else. I might see Napoleon, even though it's already out, but we'll see what comes up. Until next time, guys. Later.